Good evening, Facebook, and welcome to Deep Conversations and Transformations. My name is Lynette, and my intention behind these interviews is that everyone involved positively transforms. And tonight I have an incredible guest, Zoe Macaulay. Zoe is a single mother of 2 daughters. She is a personal trainer who runs her own outdoor business. She feels like she's found her passion. Here she is. Bring on, wait there. Hi, Laura. She feels like she's found her passion and purpose in life through movement and exercise. And she loves nothing more than really watching people achieving things that they maybe thought was impossible. Oh, here she is. Yes.
Hi.
How are you doing? Welcome. That was easy.
What's easy? That's not normal for me in technology.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to have you on here. I just want to first say, wow, your bio. I was so touched by this when you sent it across, and many people have commented underneath. And if you're watching out there and you've not read our bio yet, then please watch it. Please read it. You're courageous. You're strong. You're powerful, and really authentic. And you were vulnerable in that. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, because I know it will help other people.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey, really. Since it all started just over 5 years ago.
Yes. So tell us. So now you're a PT. You're really finding your purpose. But 5 years ago, tell us what was going on.
Right. Sorry, I'm just trying to get that at the right angle. Okay. So 5 years ago, I was still single. I was a single mum then.
Yeah.
I had separated maybe 3 years before that, and just really kind of just getting on with life and dealing with being on my own with the girls. I was working as a nanny, which I had done for years, and just really surviving. Things were quite tough between my ex and I, but I really kind of, I was a bit lost.
Yeah,
I felt I was lost. I had no power, and then Laura, my friend Laura Nolan, who I know is a dear friend
so this
of
was your
yours as well.
pivotal moment when Laura came to speak to you.
Well, it wasn't even that she came to speak to me. She had put up on Facebook one day, would anybody like to run the half marathon for, it was just before she started the JNF. So she'd asked for people to do it for a mental health charity. And it was from that JNF came about. And I just said, yes, okay, I'll do it. Without even thinking about it. And to let you into what was going on, I was a smoker. I'd been a smoker, full-time smoker all my life. Pretty much all my life.
Yeah.
And I had really wanted to stop, but never really, I had tried a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I thought, right, I'm just going to do this. And signed up that night. Spoke to a friend who was a runner and said, can I actually do this? It's 12 weeks away.
Yeah, wow, 12.
12 weeks away. And she said, yes,
amazing.
You can do it. And the first ever run that I did was the running home from the smoking cessation class. Wow. It's about 1.4 miles away. I did it again just this year.
Did you?
On the 5-year anniversary of me.
Wow.
Doing that same run back from the smoking cessation. Thankfully, it was a little bit faster than I had done it then. And I actually got home from that run and thought, shit, what have I done? What have I done? I thought I was going to die. But I just carried on, and I took, to stop smoking, I took tablets called Champex tablets, which are quite hardcore tablets. They kind of really mess with your sleep, and they're not great for everybody, but they really worked for me. And it takes about 2 weeks to stop smoking. I have never had a cigarette since.
Wow.
And I've never been tempted either.
That's amazing.
I became a non-smoker. I didn't give up smoking. That was kind of, I think, the way that I looked at it, because I didn't want to feel that I was depriving myself of something. And I just started running, and I started training, and 12 weeks later I ran the half marathon. And
so it was a half marathon?
It was a half marathon, yeah. So I went from no fitness, no running
to like 12 weeks training.
12 weeks training. It's not really advisable, but I did it. And I just, it's not even necessarily that I love running, and I probably still would say that. I know that sounds a bit odd, but it's the achievement, and it's the feeling that you get from it more than the actual doing it. And I just was mind blown. I'd never felt so proud of myself in my life. When I got over the finish line, my girls were there to see me, and it was that photograph. Actually,
is that photo? Because I thought the girls looked very young.
They do look very young. Yeah, I think both will be mortified I have used that photo. But Orla's about to be 16, so it was quite. She looks quite different now. That was taken as soon as I'd finished, and I kind of, over the next few months, things still weren't great. With everything else that was going on, and I kind of hit a bit of a brick wall with my fitness. After doing the half marathon, I couldn't really get myself going again, and me and the girls were in India.
Oh wow!
We went to India in the October. My mum had been living there, so she brought us out to see her for 2 weeks. And there was just some things that went on there, and it was when I was there that I kind of made a real stand against what was really the other stuff that was going on. And I came back from India, and I signed up with a personal trainer myself. I'm with the initial plan to just sign up with him for 6 weeks, and people that know me will think this is hilarious. So this will be 5 years, not even 5 years in November, and I didn't even know what a burpee was at that point. So anybody who does know me will find that quite funny.
Are you like burpee queen?
I'm a bit of a burpee queen.
Do you love burpees?
Or
do you just love watching people do them?
No, I actually love burpees, but So when I started training with this guy, it was all outdoors, the kind of stuff that I do now. And it was just the little things, the little achievements that just made me think, God, I can really do things and set my mind to it. And so I did more running. He got me running. That was one of the things that I really wanted to do, was to keep running and keep fundraising for JNF. And so it all just came from that as well. And I thought, wait a minute, I quite like this. I'm quite good at it. And I'm getting so much from the fitness that I decided to go and get trained.
That's amazing.
And got qualifications, and then so it's been a process.
And I think it's like what you say, it's those little steps, it's those little achievements. It builds that self-esteem, and then you're like, actually, I'm capable of more than I've been believing, really.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm still.
You're still smashing goals now. So then you decided, right, I'm going to now do this because I'm finding it so beneficial for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of lacked a direction of where I wanted to go with a career, and I thought, I could give this a try.
So so how long have you been doing it yourself, like taking people out, working with groups of people?
It'll be 3 years in September.
Wow,
since
incredible.
I started. And the first year was really, really hard. I mean, building a business is hard, but the classes were small. I was out. I started in September, so the winter came pretty quickly after that. And I have gone out. I could probably count on my hands the amount of classes that I've cancelled in the last 3 years.
Amazing.
I don't cancel.
I think that, listen, that's key, you know. I think you have to keep showing up. I remember turning up to one of my meditation classes. One person turned up and they were like, oh, I'll just go, you know. I'm like, no way, like, let's do this. You've just got to show the universe or whoever that you're committed. So it sounds like you're committed, especially in that Scottish weather.
Oh God, I know it's been really tough at times, but some of the best classes that I have had have been in the worst weather, because it feels the achievement feels even bigger. I think, you know, you feel like you should pat yourself on the back more. But I've got like a Facebook group that people who come to classes regularly are all in there. And if I look outside and see that the weather's rotten, I'm right in there going, class is happening tonight, by the way, you know. And then they were all about to say, oh, we're not coming, and then I've already got in there. No, it's happening. And they're like, oh, you know. And then they feel I've guilted them into coming to class.
It's keeping somebody. It's, you know, you're keeping them accountable. That's
yeah,
what
and it's about motivating them as well, and that is really, you know, one of the things that I love the most about the job. I mean, there's a number of things that I really love, but motivating people and then just seeing them feel great after as well, you know.
Yeah, you said that's like one of the most inspiring things, is watching somebody that believes that they can't achieve something or think it's impossible, and then they do it.
Yeah, and I think that comes from knowing what that feels like myself.
Yeah.
Do you know, I've got one client at the moment. I mean, I've got lots of wonderful clients achieving things, just in case they're all watching. But one particular client at the moment, I won't mention her name, who hated running, absolutely hated running. And last year she did the 10K with us. And she actually ran past me at the finish line and was like, I'm never doing this again. And she texted me about 4 weeks ago and said, right, do you think I can do the 10K again? I was like, yes. And she's doing it, and she's smashing it, and she keeps texting me all her, you know, her runs and telling me how good she's doing. So it's just, I love that. That really makes the job for me, and it makes it, you know, worthwhile. And I get such a good feeling. Oh, I've moved the cable.
Yes, I bet you're buzzing when your clients are coming back like that. It's like transformation, breakthroughs.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you've done many half marathons now, and you've done one full marathon.
I did one full marathon. My dad passed away very suddenly 3 years ago, and I was still, this is before I'd started the business, and my PT at the time said, right, he was doing the marathon, he said, right, come on, why don't you do it as well?
Yeah.
And so we started training for it. Just my dad died in the January, and I started training for it pretty much at that time. So it just gave me a real focus. While I was grieving for him, and I enjoy the training side of, I mean, the marathon's the glory lap. I enjoy the training side of things, and again, you know, all throughout I've been fundraising for JNF.
Yes.
So
I was going to come on to that. So you're about to do another marathon. Is it the Edinburgh Marathon you're doing next weekend? Is it a full?
It is the full marathon next Sunday. This time next week I will be
in a hot bath.
be in the pub, I think. Yeah.
So tell them your goal of how much you want to raise.
So what happened last year was because we met at the walk for Josh and NOLAN to mark the 5th anniversary of his death, and that was in August.
Yes, so for anyone out there that doesn't know what JNF is, can you tell everyone?
It's the Josh and NOLAN Foundation. So it was set up by Laura NOLAN 5 years ago, after the tragic death of her son to suicide. And she wanted to start up a charity in Edinburgh that offered immediate support for those suffering from mental health issues, from suicidal thoughts, from self-harming, and just because the waiting lists are just huge. So people can contact the JNF directly through their website and self-refer and just phone the counsellors, have a look at the counsellors that are on offer. And so any money that I raise goes directly to the giving, enabling the counsellors to offer that support. So last June, at the very end of last June, sadly my family also, we lost my young cousin to suicide, so we found out firsthand what that feels like, the effects of that. And it was at that moment, and with the Say Joshua Nolan Foundation was really struggling for funds. So there was a big Save JNF campaign. So I decided at that point, in fact, I think it was at David's funeral, that I decided I was going to up my fundraising efforts, and I wanted to raise £10,000 in 2 years. I think, I mean, it's not just me, but, you know, people that I know have done things. And I think we're sitting at about £7,000 or £8,000 at the moment. I have had an offline donation. Well, an offline donation came from a charitable trust through somebody that I know. They'd done it because of the, you know, they heard that there was JNF was struggling for funds. So that was quite a big donation. But I'm not going to include that in the
amazing. I think
in
like,
the total,
this is incredible. Because I think once you get committed to, like, you've put a number there, it's a huge, big, audacious goal there. But once you get committed to something, Zoe, honestly, that money's, and it's already like nearly halfway there.
Yeah. I think, you know, it's like putting it out to the universe. This is happening. And so.
And you're taking action, massive action.
Massive action, So my personal fundraising for this marathon is at the moment sitting at about, I think I've got about £1,400.
Right, let's get that up tonight. See, when I post this afterwards, can you share the link? And like, if everyone on both our Facebook pages gave £1, like I think I've got about 2,000 friends. I don't know how I've got 2,000 friends. Maybe I don't know them all. But if they all gave £1, there's £2,000. Could we all be committed? Who's up for like at least giving £1 to Zoe, running that marathon and smashing it and raising for a local charity that our good friend, you know, started?
I think that's, you know, it is a local charity. There's a lot, I mean, I know all charities need donations, but a lot of these big charities, you know, the money's not going to what you think it's going to. It's not, you know, if I raise 50 quid for JNF,
it's going there.
50 quid pretty much is going to JNF, and that's how much one counselling session costs. And for me, if I can just save one person's life, do you know, if they know that they can phone, they've got service there. And I think as well, people need to know that they can use the service, you know. It's there for anybody, any age, gender, you know, it is there for anybody to use. And
I think that's so important. You know, you were all out last week at the Detox Health and Beauty. You were there all day. Kirsty, who's online, was there as well. And, you know, so many amazing faces that are just standing up to raise awareness for that charity. So, you know, pat yourself on the back. You're doing an amazing job.
Yeah, my daughter, my youngest daughter, came along. She loves being an ambassador.
She's so good, because she was at the walk as well. Remember, with my son, we were all like walking round.
She was, and she did a charity 5K. Both my daughters did a charity 5K, and Ayla, we did another one. She went round with a bucket. You know, I think she was round with Kirsty quite a lot last week.
Her and Kirsty were best pals.
They were best pals last week. And so, you know, for me, it's great that there's young kids getting involved as well, and just knowing that there's services out there. And if they, you know, this is the next generation to be doing this. And the waiting lists, I heard a silly statistic the other day. And it's just outrageous. You know, there needs to be more awareness. There needs to be more money put into it. There needs to, you know, that's...
Because is it about 18 months waiting list on the NHS to see someone? Is that right? Or is it longer now?
Well, I think even to get an initial appointment for a young person or an adolescent to just be assessed is about 2 or 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, on that, there just needs to be more money pumped into it. There needs to be more happening. Maybe once I've done my marathon, that's my next crusade. Yeah, we'll see.
Wonder Woman, you're honestly amazing. So yeah, let's get that posted, because let's raise even more awareness.
Yeah, for sure.
Raise that money. You know, we can all help you get to the 10 grand.
That would be incredible, because, you know, even the statistics of the waiting lists, you know, and the statistics of suicide, and especially in young men, is just, it's too much. Nobody should have to feel that is the answer. Yeah. And they shouldn't have to feel alone, and that there is help out there, and that's what the Joshua Nolan Foundation is doing. There's lots of great mental health charities, so yes, I will post it. I'm not ashamed. I'm going to be posting it all week, all over my page.
Good, because I've not seen it yet, so you've not been posting it enough.
I've not been posting it enough, right? Okay.
You know, things, when you've got so many friends on Facebook, you know, things go missing. You didn't see anything.
I know, it does happen like that. It's right. That's my job for afterwards.
Let's go on a mission, and everyone that's watching, if you can give, then give. If not, let's just share the link to Zoe's page.
Awesome. That's amazing.
I'd asked some questions, you know, for people to come through with questions, but mostly people were just patting you on the back and saying how incredible you were, which is so true. And Kirsty did ask, what in the last 5 years, like these last 5 years, are you most proud of?
So it's really hard to pinpoint one particular thing, because I am proud of lots. I think it's been so transformational. There's been so many things. I think the thing that I would be most proud of is starting the business and setting the business up. Yeah. Because, you know, it has been really hard at times, but I genuinely love it, and I love the people. And I am so lucky I just feel so lucky to have that going on. So that is the main thing that I am really proud of. And I'm really proud of all my runs, you know.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of my girls, you know, always. They drive me crazy. In fact, we all drive each other crazy. I'm kind of guilty of driving them crazy too. But so yeah, there's lots of little things that I am proud of. I mean, I'm really proud of myself that I'm running a marathon next week.
I'm so proud of you.
God, and every now and again, I just get the fear at the same time. Like, oh.
You know, I keep saying, I'd love to. Maybe I should like book in a run with you for next year or something. Put me into. I keep thinking about it. Like maybe I should do one. I don't know.
There you right. Think about that. But now you've said it, I'm going to be on it.
Maybe I'll do a 10K with you first.
Do it. Right. Let's do it.
Let's do a 10K together.
Let's do a 10K together.
No, that's out my comfort zone. I used to I've done 2 10Ks before, but yeah, I don't really enjoy running. But yeah, maybe. If it's for a good cause, you know.
If it is for a good, there you go. Now you've said it. Now you said it to me.
I know Gemma's like, Lynette, you should definitely run. I know I should. Kirsty's going to come as well. Maybe we could have like a big, loads of friends together doing a run.
That's an amazing idea. I've got I think there's about 30 people that come to my classes, Team MacFit, that are running in one or other of the races next week.
Oh wow!
Which is pretty amazing.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's a big event next weekend. So if anybody wants to come and support,
yes. Is it next Sunday?
It's next Sunday. There's the 10K and the 5K on the Saturday, and then the Sunday's the half marathon and the marathon. So if anybody's on that route,
high five.
Yeah,
Keep
give me a
going.
big shout out. I'll have a JNF t-shirt on, obviously. It's got my name on the back, so give me a shout, give me a wave, hand me a jelly baby, something like that.
So how do you keep yourself like relaxed? What's your favorite way to sort of find some inner peace?
Coming to your meditation classes.
I love that you meditate. Do you meditate on your own, or is it just when you come to the group sessions? Like, how did you get into meditation?
So it's really very new for me,
meditating.
Yeah, like really new, and which is really odd because I come from a family full of people who meditate.
Yeah, like Iona was on last week, your cousin, who's amazing.
Oh, she is amazing. And yes, my mum and her mum and, that generation, they all meditated.
Yeah, because your parents were they hippies? Were they just like...
Her mum was a bit older than my mum, so she was one of the eldest cousins, and my mum was one of the youngest cousins out of the family.
Yeah.
So my mum wasn't quite old enough to be a proper hippie. But yeah, there was colourful. But I'm just trying to think. So last year I did a bit of life coaching with Susie, who I know you know very well as well. And that was quite transformational for me at that time. And she had one of your meditations.
I didn't know this. This is brilliant. Yeah, I created one for her and sent it on. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, so I was in that group that was it. So I'd done that one, and it was. I've been on quite a transformational, personal journey as well in the last, probably I would say, apart from all the fitness stuff, but sort of learning a lot about myself.
More of an internal journey.
Yes, since I started with Susie, actually. And just really realising things about myself, and starting to put myself first a little bit, really. And then I did Kickstart Your Dream 2019 with Kelly Pretty.
With Kelly Pretty,
with Kelly Pretty. Which was transformational as well. And it just really kick-started me into trying a bit of meditation. And then I came along to some of your classes, and actually I think there was one on a Saturday night.
Was it the beliefs one?
It was the beliefs one.
We were looking at it got quite deep, didn't it?
It did, yeah. But you told me about at that one was the insight timer. So I started using that, and the miracle morning.
Yeah.
So I kind of had start putting some of that into practice. I'm not getting up at 5:15 every morning or 5 o'clock anymore. Because I'm too exhausted for that. I do get up about 6, and I do try and meditate every morning now, even if it is just 5 minutes.
Yep.
And I'd use one of the insight, timer guided meditations, and it just gives me a bit more. What's the word to use? I manage my day a little bit better.
Yeah, and if anyone out there is listening and you've not heard of Insight Timer, it's an app. It's amazing. There's like 15,000 free meditations.
And you've got one on there
too.
And
I've got one on there, yes. And how good was, so Zoe came to my class on Thursday, and it ended up being really huge. There was 18 people, and you came in at the end, so there was no more mats. So you came and sat right in the front with me. And what about the power in that class? It felt like we were being sent all this love, eh?
I know, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And I've recently changed the way that I work, because I was just overwhelmed with how I was I was too busy, and my hours were spread out all over the place, and I wasn't kind of making use of my time. I was ending up having, like spare 45 minutes here and there.
Yeah.
And it just didn't feel like I had any time to actually do any admin, or, I was just working, and then I wasn't actually running the business and growing the business, and not having as much time at home. My classes are all in the evening.
Yeah.
I've done that for nearly 3 years. I've gone out the door at 6 o'clock every night. Rain, shine, snow, sleet. So I made a decision to change the hours and I took a Thursday. I took
Amazing.
a Thursday to myself and cancelled my Thursday class.
Yep.
I felt a bit, it's a bit of a leap of faith doing that, because I was reducing the days that I do offer classes. But, I've kind of changed it out, and it's really worked. It's made me feel a lot better, and it just gives me a bit more time. So that's something else I've done.
Sometimes we need to create that space.
Yeah, and and then obviously it means I've got Thursday that can come along to come and encourage me, so which is great. But and as well, I had also been thinking about how I can just go forward, and grow and develop myself. And so, I'm doing the mindful talent.
Yes, I'm glad you mentioned that. Yes, so you've just started. When did you start the course?
I think it was April we started.
Yep.
And I am absolutely.
How are you finding it?
I'm loving it. It feels just like the right thing to be doing. I'm not quite sure which direction it'll take me in, but everything I've done so far has really been quite organic. It has gone in an organic way. It's just flowed, and this just fit. It just at the right time. When I was doing the course with Kelly at the beginning of January, she'd really said to me, you're working so much, you love what you're doing, but you're going, something's going to give, and and so that was when I looked at taking the days out, and I actually thought, well, I need to be looking at other ways that I can develop myself and develop the business, and just at the right time, it popped up, that Ali was running the course in April, and I thought, right, so I'm really, really excited to see where it takes me.
Yeah, because I think I was the same, I was like, I was working at Lululemon, I was like, I'm going to do this course, I'll just, add to me, and it changed everything. Mm-hmm. So it's exciting where you're at, and if you can add that to the PT that you're already doing, that's massive value for your clients.
Yeah, it'll just all fall into place once the course is or not even necessarily just when the course is finished. I do trust that it will just happen. I read this year, I'd never even heard of it, I read the Universe Has Your Back, and so I read that this year, and I thought, my God, this is kind of how I live, but I just wasn't aware of it. So it's been really nice to actually be in tune with that, and it just made some things a lot clearer, and actually now I'm more aware of that. I'm just happy to let trust in the flow in the universe, if that sounds.
And trust yourself.
And just I'm finding I'm trusting the decisions that I make a lot more, and learning a lot about myself as well at the same time.
I know that's a good thing, because you get coached and you coach at the same time, the peer groups. I love that part.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying that. It's great to be able to bounce it off people that are doing the same course as you. It was the peer coach video call today, and actually I couldn't join in. The shit hit the fan in my house after I'd been out for a run, and I came home and it was all kicking off, so I couldn't join in, unfortunately, but
that'll happen another time.
Yes, definitely.
So you're working on lots, you're about to run a marathon, you're now training to be a life coach.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure you've got things to like write up and things to do. Like you're doing loads. What do you like to do just for fun?
I went to the football today. I take my wee girl to
Oh,
the
really?
football.
To Hibs?
Yeah.
Amazing.
We're season ticket
Oh,
holders
yeah.
there.
Well, there's
Yeah.
something I didn't know about you.
Yeah. She loves it. She's
I used
absolutely.
to, I used to sell pie and bovril at the Hibs ground, and
Did you really?
I was so embarrassed. So Barry Craig would come and I'd see him coming and I'd hide because I was wearing this cap that read 007 license to grill. I was like 15 at the time. That was my job. And I couldn't count for shit. So like people would come and say 5 bovrils, 10 pies. I'd be like, fiver. There was no till point.
Well, I went there today. I forgot to take any money, and Ayla normally gets chips and a juice. And I went to buy it, and I had £2 as all I had. And I came back because they give you a bottle of water, but they pour it into a cup, so you can't throw the bottle, I presume. And I came with her carton of juice. I was like, I'm really sorry, Ayla, but it's a drink of water. She's just like, what?
Oh, you should have done that. So just now, I'm on my brother's mentorship call, and I've been sharing that we're doing this rejection therapy. You should have stepped up and just asked them for the chips for free.
I should have done, shouldn't I? I should have done.
There's actually, you know what? There's actually an app for anyone out there called Dare Me. And it's the rejection therapy app. It's the guy that basically done the 100 days of rejection. Mm-hmm. So I downloaded it yesterday, and the first dare was to ask a stranger for a race down the street.
I should do that.
How cool is that?
That's brilliant. I might have to download that.
Excuse me, will you race me?
Yeah. I do that anyway.
Yeah, you do that anyway. They're like, oh, this. Oh, actually, before we came on here, you were telling me you got invited to your daughter's school.
Oh,
Tell us.
Yeah. So on Tuesday, I got a phone call from one of the teachers at Ayla's school, who actually comes to my classes, and she said it's Health Week, and we'd love it if you would come in and do a session, just a kind of 10-15 minute session before school for the teachers. And so I said, yeah, brilliant, fine. And then when Ayla came home from school, I was like, haha, guess what I'm doing? She was like, oh my God, you are not, Mum, I'm so embarrassed. I said, it's fine, it's just for the teachers, which is what I thought. And I turned up on Thursday morning, and 4 teachers turned out in their tutus.
Oh my God.
This is what they had on, because it's, meant to be good fun. And it was in the playground before school, and pretty much the whole school joined in. So it was my biggest class ever.
Yes.
There was about 60 of them, all the kids joining in. And she was mortified. She sent me a text at lunchtime. They were going off to their transition day for high school. She starts high school after the summer. So she was on the bus. She was like, I am never speaking to you again. I am going to live with my dad. I have been teased about this. Oh. I was crying.
Oh, no.
So I was messaging her back going, right, who was teasing you? What were they saying? She said, one boy said, your mum's got sick moves.
That's not teasing.
I said, well, that's really good. And she
still
said,
got it.
Somebody else wanted a signed T-shirt. I was like, well, you can tell them if they're lucky, I might. And so she said, I really, really was mortified, Mum. You've really embarrassed the hell out of me. Was her
words. My God.
She's 11, And then the next day she came home from school on Friday with a bunch of flowers, and she said, Mum, these are from the teachers. Maybe it wasn't so bad after all.
Oh, happy ending.
Happy ending.
That's amazing. So 60 people, they just started, did the kids join in and everything?
Yeah, there was four teachers, and the rest were all kids.
That's amazing.
Jumping about. It was great. I bet
listen, they must have started their day in a really good state. Sometimes I think, the kids go into our school and they look like they're part of the army. They're like so straight in line, and I'm like, God, get them like dancing and jumping about, get them excited to go, and not like, oh shit, here we go.
I know.
You know?
I know that it should be part of the curriculum.
Yeah, to dance. To dance
10
to something
10 minutes
fun.
of movement
Yes.
before they
they go
start.
in and have to sit on their asses for 5 hours.
It might get rid of some of the silliness as well, do you know?
Exactly.
And the ants in their pants and the...
And then
Yeah.
anxiety if they're having it in the, you know, in the line, like, oh shit, just get them dancing and moving. You know, that's your passion. So, you know, something came to me there, you know, 60 was your biggest audience the other day. Like, how big would you love your audience to be? Is there like a vision of you being on stage somewhere, taking a class, or being at a festival?
Do you know, I'd love to do a class, you know, maybe at a festival or something.
Yeah.
I really, part of what I like the intimacy. I mean, I've got some classes that are bigger than others. Some of my classes average about 20 people.
Wow.
So I've got
That's
like maybe 3 classes a week that are really busy.
Yeah.
And I, for me, do you know, if it gets any busier than that, it's hard to watch what people are doing. It's about coaching these people, making sure they're getting their moves right and not injuring themselves, and being able to be personal with them, because, you know, then you know their name, you can tell them how well they're doing, and that encourages them and that supports them, and, you know, it makes them feel better. What's really, really important to me about my classes is that they are for everybody, that they're not an intimidating class to arrive at, whatever your fitness level is.
Are they open to men and women?
Men and women. I don't get a lot of men coming.
Yeah.
There are some, mostly husbands of people that come along.
They've been dragged along, like, you're coming with me, you're getting fit.
Well, they love it, actually. Do you know, it's normal. It's you know, the partners that come along are normally, you know, they're quite fit as well. So, but it's a real community, and it is a really encouraging and supportive place to come, and it has just, I'm blown away by how the business has grown and how people have come together. You know, it's more about a way that people feel. It's more, you know, than the way that they look. That's not what is happening at Team MacFit, you know. It is really, people walk away. I want every single person, and anybody who messages me and says, oh, I'd really like to come to your classes, but I don't think I could achieve it, and I'm not fit enough. I say the same thing. I said, everybody walks away from the class feeling like they've achieved something.
Love that.
Regardless. And it is not about what anybody else can do, because everybody's on their own journey and at their own level. And, do you know, people don't, you know, if somebody's struggling with something, I'll notice that and I'll let them, you know, bring it down, or, you know, so anybody can come. You can push yourself as hard as you possibly can, or you can take little steps, but you're not thinking, oh God, what's everybody thinking of me?
Or just,
you know,
show up, Sometimes it's just show up, and, you know, even if you just have to stand and watch everyone else, at least you came to the class.
Exactly. And I think there's you know, some places, I'm not saying all places, but a lot of places people do feel intimidated going. Yeah. You know, and I think I don't want people to feel like that coming along to my classes.
I don't think they will. I think that's why you've got like 20 people in your class. But I had a vision there, you know, when you were like, oh, I like it so I can see everyone. I had a vision of you taking a massive class and having loads of amazing assistants, like PT assistants who can like help if people haven't quite got it, or if they're making the wrong move.
Maybe I need to put that on my next vision board.
Yes. And so do you do like one-to-one clients as well?
Yeah, I do. I've got about, I don't know, maybe about 8 at the moment. I've kind of capped it just so that I'm not too busy with the course and the training, and, you know, so
if you could train anyone one-to-one in this world, who would it be, if past or present?
Oh my goodness. Who would it be? Oh, that is a good question. I might need to think about that. Wow. Anybody I can think of is already really fit. We don't really need
But that's
to.
okay. Like, just they don't have to be unfit. They can be just somebody you'd love to like
Oh, I think I
train
would
one
just.
to one,
Oh, right. Okay.
or
Let me
run
think
with,
of.
or run a marathon with. Anyone, like a hero, a famous
Well,
person.
I would. Do you know? There's a
Your
woman.
mum should know. I know.
Who's she going to say? Who is it?
Maybe she means
Who?
her.
Yeah, Mum. I'd like to run a marathon with you. Who do you think? She's going to say like Robbie Williams or something like that because I used
But
to
you're a Robbie
fancy him.
Williams fan.
I was a huge Robbie Williams
I was
fan.
Mark Owen.
Maria, no, I was Robbie. And then I went off him. I'm interested to know who my mum thinks I want to run a marathon with. Who would I want to? I'd like to train Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe, yes.
Yeah, because she was really inspiring, and what a positive, body image she was and had of herself,
Amazing.
So yeah, Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe, love it.
And Mum.
And your mum.
My mum will run a marathon, Mum.
She's wrote, I don't know if I'm going to be able to say this right. Is it Shivani?
Oh yeah, that's not. That's who she would want to train. I know who she means. She's not famous, but
yeah.
Well, she might. She is a wee bit famous.
Oh,
but...
she's wrote, no. I don't know.
I know.
You'll be able to read the comments after, Zoe, because I've already posted this, and loads of people are writing stuff. It's been going too fast. I think they've been talking about creating festivals and everything. So maybe you're like the headliner.
The headliner. Gosh, amazing.
So, what do you like? We're coming to an end. Like, what do you want your legacy to be in this lifetime?
So, do you know what I want is to, and I was thinking about this, before I came on the call. Do you know, 5 years ago, I didn't really have a purpose. And when I say this, it's not what's set in stone forevermore, because I do think that everything can change. But I really feel right now that my purpose is to inspire and support and encourage other people to do amazing things and to believe in themselves, because I have learned along the way what that feels like. And my tagline, so to speak, after I did the marathon, actually, it only came after that, was actually I can.
Yes.
Ayla was talking to me the other day. She said, Mum, if you wrote a book, what would you call it? And I said, what do you think? And she said, oh yeah, you'd call it Actually I Can. I might have to go and get myself another tattoo.
I've got goosebumps. When are you writing the book? When I get goosebumps, it means it's the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. Maybe not quite yet. But so it's really to inspire and support and encourage others to do amazing things, because...
You're already smashing out the park, sister, because you're already inspiring, support, and doing amazing things.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Yeah. Incredible.
Everything just feels the right thing.
Yeah.
To be moving on to and be doing and learning along the way, and I don't ever think that I'm doing something wrong. I just learn from that, hopefully.
Yeah. So before you leave us, is there anything you'd love to share with the audience that can help to inspire or motivate them? And I mean, everything you've said tonight but is there maybe, you spoke about a book by Gabby Bernstein, Universe Has Your Back. Is there any other books that really spoke to you, or videos or courses or anything that you haven't already said?
So another book that I've read, well, I've got like 3 pages left of it, and I've kind of been putting it off because I don't want to finish it.
You're enjoying it so much. I know, I love books like that.
Is The Surrender Experience.
Michael Singer. I love him.
Yeah, I know. I think you said that to me before. So I have and actually there's Ali that had recommended me to read the book before I started the course.
Yeah.
So that I've just loved to read it. It's really an enjoyable book to read as well, Yeah. I think that you know, breaking things down into baby steps. You know, you can have a huge goal, but you know, it's about taking little steps to get there, and to trust in the process.
Yeah.
And to believe in yourself. You know, it's a really hard thing for people to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes, to believe in yourself, but to notice the small things, to notice and pat yourself on the back for the little things, you know, however small that, you know, and do it daily. And I actually think one of the biggest things for me is feeling gratitude.
Yeah.
Like real gratitude. Last year, that came to me, and I was just so grateful for absolutely everything that I had. And it's amazing what comes to you when you feel gratitude. So
when you're in that state of gratitude, there's no other state you can be in. And I think, you know, when we go into the heart meditation, it's that pure gratitude, and you can feel it in the room, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's really powerful.
So
powerful. I think that would be what I would say to people. To notice, trust the process, feel gratitude, not be grateful. I think there's a difference in being grateful and feeling gratitude.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm super grateful for you tonight. Honestly, there's been a few moments I'm like, I'm going to start crying. You're such a beautiful human being. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You know, let's share this. I think Iona's already shared your link to sponsor, which is amazing. She's been on it. She's been giving us loads of love. Kirsty's been on, and your mum's been on the whole time. There's been many others as
amazing.
Well. So thank you so much, Zoe, and thank you to the audience tonight for listening in and sticking with us. We've had about 16 people through the whole time.
Amazing. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and I will see you very soon. Have a great night, and one more week.
One more week. I'll see you on Thursday.
See you Thursday.
Yes, a nice chilled out meditation before Sunday. All right.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.